Hey, I'm Austin. I'm a product designer here at GitLab. Today I'm going to cover an issue around change management that we've been ideating on. To start off, I want to introduce Cameron, our compliance manager. So Cameron's the persona we're focused on in this scenario. Cameron's frustrated because it's difficult to aggregate the reports around what he cares about. He's trying to better understand their posture and preparing for compliance audits. And to do that, it takes a lot of manual effort today. To begin alleviating this pain point, we introduced a compliance dashboard several releases ago. And it's a simple view right now. Primarily, it tells you the latest merge request for a specific project as it relates to a group. So for GitLab org, we have a couple projects, GitLab shell and GitLab test, and it shows the most recent merge request. For each of these, we can see that the approval status was not adhering to one of the rules for separation of duties, and that the latest pipeline failed. This at least creates a little bit of an awareness for Cameron of what merge requests might be problematic in terms of meeting compliance expectations. So this gives them the ability to go and try and resolve those or figure out what happened or how they can improve things for the future. The origin of this issue is focused on how can we better help Cameron understand the holistic picture of the merge requests that are going into production. Sid had initially drafted this list of questions that he imagined Cameron would be trying to better understand around a deployment. And so each of these answers a specific question related to that. I've marked off the ones that we kind of can answer today. So an example is, if you're looking to know who made a specific change in a merge request, you could technically create this report that gives you a CSV of all the merge commits. You would be able to find an author in there that tells you who made what change. So technically you can get the answer, but there's some more manual work you'd have to do for something like how did it affect the code quality? You'd have to come here. You have to go into the dashboard and then go find this specific merge request and then look at it and figure out what changed. Obviously, showing the most recent one isn't super helpful because as soon as a new merge request comes in, this one won't be seen anymore, and then you won't know about it. It's now off your radar. So what we're trying to do is introduce a change that makes this view a little bit more valuable for Cameron. So what this design illustration is showing is a list of merge requests that we've flagged for Cameron's attention. For sake of this simple presentation, we're flagging a merge request if it's violated one of our compliance rules that we've built into the system. So in this example, the fixed Skiddly Ruby not starting on tests, it has separations of duties where one rule isn't adhering. We have a failed pipeline, and we've had the code coverage decrease. These are cues that Cameron is trying to look into. And today, Cameron would have to go and sort through or rely on teams to ping him in the system in order to know where they're at, which can take a lot of manual effort. And if you're managing a group that has, let's say, 500 projects, it can be really difficult to assess the health of all the merge requests going into production. So this drawer here is designed to answer the questions that are outlined here. Each of these tie pretty much to a specific data piece that we could either find from a merge request or from somewhere else in the system. For example, we could look into if there were any CI changes by examining changes in the YAML file. So this is a little bit more specific than just looking at the list of merge requests. So this might tell you everything that got merged, but it's not exactly easily discoverable if the same person that approved it was the same person that merged it, or maybe how long someone was spending in a review. We're trying to elevate the things that Cameron cares about in this drawer and give them access to it as they're triaging the number of merge requests that go into production. That way they know they won't get any nasty surprises when they get around to the audit phase because they've already been managing these things. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on how this view resonates with you, if you think introducing a drawer as a way to answer questions is valuable, or if you think there's another way to do it. What I was trying to do was focus on showing the most important information on the page and then giving a quick, accessible way to find key highlights that relate to that specific merge request.